Hello Commanders and welcome to Elite Dangerous 1.5 preview. This is the beta and I thought I'd do a video unlike all the other videos which talks about the stuff that no one's talking about in 1.5. Okay, so this is the beta and I've had a look around and I've got a number of things to point out that no one seems to be talking about. So I won't be talking about the ships, okay, because there are ships. And everyone's done videos on the ships. I don't want to talk about the ships. I want to talk about the other things, the core mechanics of the game. So let's start out with some of the goodies that you can see that you can tell are aligned at horizons. And first of all, the first place I'm going to go is into starport services and outfitting. Now I've got a Cobra here just to show you that what I've discovered doesn't really make too much difference. You'll see that on the Cobra Mark III here we've got an additional internal module and it's called the Planetary Approach Suite. Now I guess that this is the module that you'll need to fit if you have horizons and you wish to land on a planet. Let's call it atmospheric shielding. Good old days. Now notice that it is a size 8. Now I've got a Cobra up deliberately because what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to quickly go to Livery as well and show you something else. Then I'm going to bring up my Anaconda, or I could bring up the Cutter. It makes no difference and you'll see they're all the same. Now, so that's the internal Planetary Approach Suite there, size 8 on a Cobra Livery. There are now dashboard decals as it implies, but in actual fact these are to hold your bobbleheads if you so wish to purchase them, and there are 10 slots, so that means you can have up to 10 bobbleheads on your dashboard. Personally, if they brought fluffy dice out, I'd probably purchase some fluffy dice. Bobbleheads, never been really into them, but anyway, every ship, it would seem, as far as I can tell, has 10 slots for bobbleheads. Okay, and then of course you've got your normal decals there, all that good stuff. They have finally updated the Explorer rank of Pioneer, so it actually says Pioneer now instead of Trailblazer, but that's just a bug fix. So that's that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly go and grab into my shipyard and grab one of my stored ships. The menu is a bit dodgy in this version, so you have to excuse me. I'll tell you what, I'll just open up the why has it gone straight to the Cutter? Right, so I'll just grab the Cutter out just for a second, just so I can show you that the same internals apply from the Cobra to the Cutter in terms of the things that people aren't talking about in 1.5. Okay, so we're in the Cutter now. You've seen loads of videos on this, I'm sure already. This is the Cutter and it looks like someone's stolen the seat on the left hand side, but let's not worry about that. Let's go to the starport services again and quickly into outfitting, and we'll go to the internals again and you'll see it also has a Planetary Approach Suite size 8. Okay, so it's exactly the same as the Cobra, which tells me that this is what's required in terms of modules for landing on the planet. Okay, and again on Livery the bobblehead slots are the same. There are 10 slots and they're called dashboard. Okay, so that's that. Right, I'm just going to go and get my Anaconda out now. So I do like my Anaconda. It's currently configured for show me my Anaconda. I know, let's move it across, shall we? Right, let's get that out. Oh, the menu's a bit dodgy in this version at the moment. It's a known bug and they will be fixing it. So I'll just retrieve my Anaconda and that'll allow me to show you some other things. So we've already talked about the Planetary Approach Suite module, which I guess if you buy Horizons is what you'll get by default. I don't know what different versions there may be or not, but let's move on from there. Obviously then we've talked about the dashboard and the 10 bobblehead slots. So where do we go from there? Let's go back into starport services and show you something else that's new that no one's talking about, and that would be the Commodities Market. A minor change here in terms of supply and demand. Now you have a bar graphic for low, medium and high in terms of demand and supply, which replaces the words, giving you a little bit more real estate on the screen. Still can't sort by column. I really wish they'd do something about that. However, that's just me, I guess. I just like to sort things, but I can't still. Never mind, maybe one day. But anyway, so we've now got a bar representation of low, medium and high in terms of supply and demand. So that's something else that no one's talking about in 1.5. What else have we got? Oh yes, let's go over to our cargo now. It's there, just so happens. Okay, so you'll notice now that cargo has two new things. Ship cargo, you can filter. Okay, you can filter on something that's damaging, like the possible Thargoid type things that you put in your hold, or corrosive waste, whatever it may be. Illegal stuff, which is pretty much anything you pick up out in space at the moment. Mission related cargo, power play related cargo, or anything that's stolen. Okay, so there we go. Sorry, illegal and stolen, slightly different, of course, depending on the system you're in. So we've got those filters there. I'm not sure how much they're going to get used, but it depends on your role, I guess. But also notice there is something called materials. Now selecting it does nothing, but it does. If you look down the bottom, you'll see that there's a capacity of 300. If I go to ship cargo, you can see my Anaconda's got 64 at the moment. It's my exploring version, so don't worry about that. But materials, there are 300. So you can collect 300 materials, and they stay with you, not the ship. If I'd have shown you this in the Cobra, it would have been 300 as well. It's a personal item that stays with you, and therefore doesn't blow up when your ship does, if it so wishes to blow up for whatever reason. So there we go. Now what do you do with those? Well, I can show you something else. Yeah, let's do that now. I'm just going to jump into the galaxy map. There has been talk of manufacturing materials that we just looked at there and doing something with them. One of the things you can do is you can increase your jump range temporarily. So I've just gone, let's take it out of power play mode and go into realistic mode. There we go, and just zoom out a bit. So now if we go, let's go and have a look at the options. Now there's a new option, and it's called Fsd Boost. And if I take off fastest routes, now currently my jump range maximum is 40.77 light years, but there is an Fsd Boost, and if I select that, it highlights this new boost feature, and you can now see when I select that I get a percentage increase in boost. There are 3 levels, as you can see. Boost level 1, I believe, I have a spreadsheet somewhere with it on, but I won't bother with it right now. I'm pretty sure though, boost level 1 is 50%, 2 is 75%, and 3 is 100%. That's going to bug me now. Let me just get the definitive answer to that. I did do a spreadsheet somewhere. Where did I put it? There we go. Boost. I don't think you can see my spreadsheet at the moment, but yes, it's 25%, 50 and 100. Okay, so no boost is standard, 40 light years. Boost level 1 is 25% on top. Boost level 2, 50% on top of your normal range. And then boost level 3, 80 or 100%, which would give me a maximum range of 81 light years, which is a lot. Well, it still wouldn't get me to a lot of the regions that I want to reach in space, but if we just take that one there, what's this? That's only 62. Oh, that's strange. Maybe it's still calculating. And yes, I think it is. Let's try some there. Oh, how far is that one? Oh, 89. Can't go that far. 88. Back in a bit. Back in a bit. Somewhere. Come on. Oh, sort it out. 81 point, yes, that'll do. So let's select that there. Now what you got to bear in mind, I don't know how this is going to affect the ship, but if I exit that now, that is going to use, if you look on the bottom right there on my fuel gauge, that's going to use all my fuel. Okay, I'm not quite full up, but had I have been full, I'm pretty sure that's going to use most of my fuel in my tank. So a second fuel tank is going to be required, I think, if you want to do some of these longer jumps, and of course that will affect your jump range. So it's kind of, you know, half a dozen 160 the other, but ultimately I think you can see yourself jumping a good 75 light years quite comfortably in Anaconda for one of those distant systems that you want to try and get to. Just make sure, of course, you have got enough materials to make another jump back out again. You're going to be stuck there. Okay, then I guess we'll need the material rats to come along, and although I don't think you can exchange materials, let's not waffle on about that too much, eh? Okay, so what else is there? Oh, yes, I know what else to talk about. There are other filters on navigation as well. So if you look over here on the navigation panel, you'll see that there is a set filters option, and for example I can filter, and you can just see that pop up behind, for example the belt clusters on and off. I can filter stations on and off, and you can see that actually happening in real time behind. So for explorers who aren't interested in the asteroid clusters, you can now switch them off and get scanning those planets a little bit faster. So there's something else in there. Of course there's any signal sources, of course, and all that other good stuff that you can filter, as you can see. But again, something else that no one's talking about in 1.5. So what else is there? There's one other thing that I think is worth mentioning, and that is if I go back to the galaxy map and check out the label. The label now moves in a way that no matter where you choose a star, it doesn't really get in the way anymore, which is a good thing. But also, I think you probably remember when you went for a star at the top end of your map, the label would appear off out of the screen. But it now actually intelligently moves depending on what system you select, even on the right there. So that's great too. And so you're probably then thinking, oh, what about the system map? Well, let's go there then. And you'll also see that now the label gets out the way. I don't know why I've got this system showing, because that's not the system I had selected. Strange. It seems to be showing me the system. Okay, that's my system map shortcut that I used. Why does it do that? I don't know. I've got that Araldi sector, which I cannot get a system map for, and where I'm on is LHS. So how did I end up with a system map? Is it going to give me the same one back again? Oh, it says LHS. Oh, it's brought me the right one this time. Bizarre. There's some strange things going on with the system map at the moment, including the background, which has gone a bit funny as well. What's going on? But you'll notice though that the main thing is that these labels are now getting out of the way, so you can select these. It was frustrating the living daylights out of me, where the label would appear across the other bodies in the system. Now it's up out of the way. Okay, so that's excellent news. Let's just see if that's intelligent. Oh, it is. Look at that. It's actually jumping out of the way of the stuff now. Oh, I like that. So anyway, I think that concludes. I don't want the video to waffle on too long, so that'll do, I think. So that's all the things that people aren't talking about in 1.5 beta. I hope you found that useful. If you've got any tips or tricks that you found in 1.5 beta, let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to know anything else or ask me anything else, also ask down below and I will try and get to that. And if you want a video on anything, for any sort of hints or tips, let me know down below as well, and I will do my best to do something in terms of a video. That'll do for now. I've waffled on long enough. I hope you found that interesting. And that's the things that I found in 1.5 that no one is talking about. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and comment. Bye.